All right, hello everybody. This is Dr. Brad Nelson. I am excited to share with you about an event that we have coming up. And let's see here, just a second. As you know, I'm the author of The Emotion Code, How to Release Your Trapped Emotions for Abundant Health, Love, and Happiness. And I'm super excited to invite a special guest today, Safeena Chowdhury. She is from London, and she's putting together our London event. So, good morning, Safeena.
Good morning, Brad. Good afternoon here. But good morning to you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, good morning to me. All right, fantastic. Well, let's see. I think I want to see if we've got anybody on our webinar with us. I think we do. Yes, we've got Jyoti from Nepal and Honey and a few other people coming in. This was kind of a surprise thing. We didn't advertise this, but anyway, just wanted to share with you what's happening. Mateus has joined us from London. Good morning, and Cizi from Mexico, and Barbara and Chantil. So, welcome everybody, wherever you might be in the world. So thanks for joining us. So, Safeena, let me ask you something. Can you tell everybody how you found out about how did you find out about the Emotion Code?
Well, I found out about the Emotion Code about a year ago now, in February. Yeah, it was pretty much a year. Somebody recommended it. I was looking to change my beliefs, and a practitioner called Graham Fletcher said that I don't think you need Psych K, which is a great modality, but you need the Emotion Code. And at the time, I think I might have wanted to swear at him because I really didn't want to deal with my emotions. I was like, you've got to be kidding. You're going to tell me to deal with my grief, and then also tell me to give up smoking. Like, it's ridiculous. So I looked at a few YouTube videos, and I came across Emmanuel Surveillance. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And he did a lot. I saw some videos about the heart wall, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like me. And then I came across your videos where you actually teach people how to do it. So I decided to do it. I began with the sway test, and then I learned muscle testing really easily. It wasn't a problem. And then I had a free session with Emmanuel on Valentine's Day because, you know, I'm not particularly functioning in that area. So I had a free session with him, and he said that, you know, why don't you book 10 with me? And I was like, oh, I can't do 10. So I ended up going for the certification instead because it was the same amount of money.
Right.
So I read the book, I listened to all the recordings on YouTube, I had an audio, then I got the previous book, did the certification, which took a month.
Wow, you went through it pretty fast.
Yeah. It would have taken me quicker had I lined up my case studies, but I hadn't lined them up. But and it's just changed everything. And then from the Emotion Code, I'm dealing with the body code now. So that's really fun. But that's pretty much it. I just came across it and I ran with it because it changed so many things for me. And like a year on, I'm a little bit of a different person now, which is great. I did want to change.
That's such a great story. And you're coming up on your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm going to grab my headphones really quick because I think we're getting some echo on the line. Hang on a second. All right, here we go. Let's see if that works. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that echo might have been coming from my speakers. So we have lots of people joining us. So hello, everybody out there. And what we want to talk about today is this event that is coming up. And I'm going to show you a short video here. Hopefully this will work okay. You'll have to let us know if it works. Let's see here. Here we go. And our mics will be muted while this is playing. Okay, so here we go. Healing is a birthright that belongs to every single one of us. We all have this innate ability to heal. So that's what we're doing, is giving that back to people. And I can't imagine doing anything more fun. It's almost showtime. We have symptoms in our lives because of the imbalances that we're suffering from. And the body code enables us to very quickly find those imbalances and just knock them right out.
How can I achieve more balance in the area of stress management?
I mean, it's a big responsibility to have this many people in a room that are all relying on you to give them some additional wisdom to help them on their healing path.
I'm just excited. I'm excited to be here. I like to feel the energy of the people around me.
And people are engaged, they're excited to be here. I can feel that from where I'm sitting.
These people are all waking up to their own healing abilities. It's really a lot bigger than any of us. And that's why I tell people, I just work here, really. I'm just the messenger, that's all. You know, I've done seminars all over the world. I mean, the more people there are in a room, the more fun it is for me as a speaker.
It's real.
Life-changing.
It resonated with me.
People can expect to have their eyes opened and their hearts opened to some whole new ways of looking at their lives and dealing with their stuff and getting ahead in ways that maybe they never have been able to before. Well, that was kind of fun, right? I hope that streamed okay. Mm-hmm. Let me go to our website really quick here, and let's see if this is going to work. Hang on one second. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let me just move this over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so this is our website for the Emotion Code and the Body Code training in London. We're going to be there the 23rd and 24th of May, 2020. And this is, of course, the new Emotion Code book. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We actually are going to have the new Body Code software that's going to be coming out really soon, hopefully by the first week of March, maybe a little bit sooner. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. It's a big expansion to that, to the software. So we're super excited about that coming out. And this is going to be a lot of fun. London is an amazing place. So if you've never been there, you can book your ticket. And we've got general tickets, we've got gold, we've got VIP tickets, including dinner with me and so on. This is going to be kind of a unique event because it's just 2 days, but we're going to be compressing into this 2 days everything we know. So I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, there we go. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will be able to make it. And let's see, looks like I've got, let's get back over here to our guest view. We're using this new software today called the Ecamm Live that we've never used before. So yeah, we're excited to come back to London. A beautiful place. We had not done a seminar in London for probably 10 years, and then Safeena put together the last one and invited us back. And we really had a great time, didn't we?
Yeah, people.
Really
I think everybody left that room changed a bit. I've had so many people come back to me and say how incredible it's been. I've had a few people sign up to become practitioners as well. A friend of mine, she recently did hers, and she's done 100 case studies, even though I told her you only need to do 30 for certification. So she's in the middle of typing all of that up. Rosina's also recently submitted her portfolio. So yeah, and
Awesome.
I'll get my brother to do it at some point as well.
Yeah, that's so fun. Well, for those of you that are new to this, the emotion code, of course, is all about finding and removing that emotional baggage that we all have, those energies that get stuck in our bodies. These bodies of ours are made of energy, right? In fact, these bodies of ours are mostly empty space. They're about 99.9999999% empty space. And some physicists recently figured out that if you took all the empty space out of everybody's body on Earth, you could put all 7 billion of us into a little box about the size of a sugar cube. So it's not how we thought it was. These bodies are not really what we thought. It's a little different than what we thought. And so it's actually radically different than what we have believed all of our lives, growing up in this three-dimensional world that's, what we're used to. So yeah, thank you all for being on this with us today. This is going to be a really fun webinar. So I hope that a lot of you can come, and we really want to have a great group there. We always have great groups at all of our events, but this is going to be kind of a special one because we're going to give you in 2 days everything we can give you. So we're going to include the emotion code. And that training, you're going to learn all about the heart wall. You're going to learn how to do this at a distance. You're going to learn how to do this on animals. You're going to learn how to do this on people. You'll learn how to do this remotely. And then you're also going to learn the new body code. And just to give you an idea, the original body code when it first came out, and I can show you the, I think I can show you the body code. Wait, let's see. Let's see here. Hold on. I've got it on here, I think. Maybe I don't. Hang on. Here it is. So there we go. So this is body code 2.0. All right, and the way that the body code works is we use the subconscious mind to tell us what needs to be done. Okay, so let me explain this because I see some questions coming in here. During the years that I was in practice, and I practiced for 17 years in a brick and mortar practice, and then for about 2.5 years in a distance practice where I was working on people in different parts of the world. And I had this habit that I had developed. It was a habit of prayer. There's a higher power. All the great physicists actually have come to the conclusion that there has to be a higher power. There has to be this supreme intelligence that's controlling everything and keeping everything working, because the natural laws, like the laws of the second law of thermodynamics, for example, says that things proceed from a state of order to a state of disorder. In other words, everything breaks down, but things don't break down in this universe, and really they should. But that's because there is this supreme intelligence, and luckily for us, at least I believe that luckily for us, this intelligence is a benevolent intelligence that loves us very, very much, that we can call Father. And so it was an answer to prayer really for me to go into the healing arts. And so when I got into practice, I developed this habit of asking for help with each person that I saw. And it was a totally private, totally personal thing. It was just a momentary pause, right? Someone would come in to see me. I'd just take just a moment and just direct my thoughts to that higher power and ask for help. And really that's where all of this information came from. So what the body code is it's the culmination of all of that asking for help and getting those answers and learning everything that I could in every place that I could. And but I know that higher power is totally aware of us. And again, I believe that luckily for us, that higher power, that intelligence, is filled with nothing but love for us and wants us to succeed. And that's why we're here. and we're learning all these lessons, right? We learn to make choices, and then we learn about the consequences of our choices. And sometimes those are hard lessons that we learn, but that's why we're here. So there were times during those years when I would ask for help for someone that was coming in to see me that had some kind of problems that I didn't know how to approach or deal with. And the information about what they needed sometimes would just flood in like an avalanche of understanding. And so with the body code, here's how this works, all right? With the body code, what we do is, and what the way that this works for you, using the body code, is let's say that you're working on a friend or a loved one, husband, wife, child, and they've got some kind of an issue. What you do is, using muscle testing, which is how we get answers from the body, right? We can get yes or no answers from the body, the subconscious mind, strong for yes, weak for no. All we do is we ask questions about what the real underlying reasons are for this problem, whatever the problem might be. And those underlying reasons are all in here in the body code. They're categorized into 6 different categories. So when I was in practice, these are the categories of things that I found that were the real underlying causes of my patients' problems. In other words, people would come to me with all kinds of different conditions, mental, emotional, physical, and it didn't matter how old they were or how young they were, the underlying reasons for those problems could be identified and then dealt with. Now, it's a different way of looking at things than what we're used to in the West. In the West, we're used to looking at symptoms and then trying to address those symptoms, believing that symptoms are the problem. But you see, the symptoms are not the problem. The symptoms are simply the body's way of communicating to us that something is wrong. Kind of like if you're driving your car down the freeway and your check engine light comes on. The check engine light obviously is not the problem. That's just a symptom of the problem, right? And so it's the same thing. When you have migraines, or you've got some kind of elbow discomfort, or you're having a hard time getting pregnant, or you can't digest your food, or you've got terrible discomfort in your body, different places, all of those things are really symptoms. They're all check engine lights. See, with our bodies, we don't just have one check engine light that suddenly turns on and starts blinking. In our bodies, we have lots of different ways that symptoms can manifest, including having difficulty finding your soulmate, or not being able to make enough money, or having physical or mental, emotional issues, whatever it is. And so with the body code, what we do is we ask what the underlying imbalances are, and then we try to fix those underlying imbalances. You know, it might be fun to do a demo here. I don't know, do you want to volunteer, Safeena?
Sure.
Okay. Safeena says, okay, she's willing. So let me see. I'm going to move this thing out of the way just a little bit. And let's see here. Okay, let's get you back. There we go. All right. And I'm going to just move this thing a little bit. I want to get this thing to work just a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. That seems to be working all right. So great. So let's see here, Safeena. I've worked on you before. Anything specific you want to work on today?
Well, we're coming up to Valentine's Day. I'm not sure if I have a date.
Ah, okay.
I would like to know why I can't, maintain a relationship without scaring them away.
Okay, all right. So let's take a look at this. So the first thing that we'll do before we start is we'll just take a moment, and you can join me on this if you'd like to, Safeena, or anybody else that wants to. We'll just take a moment and just direct our thoughts to that higher power, and we'll ask for a little bit of help. There we go. Just takes a moment, right? But I'll tell you something. I believe that the highest duty of the healer is to act as a go-between for that higher power, you see. And so when we ask for help, then we get it. It's like the old saying, ask and you shall receive, and knock and it will be opened, and so on. So let's take a look here. And I have a question. It looks like there's probably more than one question, but these are kind of going by, so it's a little bit hard to answer these. But yes, the body code is already in German, and the new body code will be. We're working on translating that now, so that'll be coming out really soon as well for the new version. So all right, so Safeena, here's how this works. All right, I will ask questions. And the answers will show up on my body as either strong or weak. Okay, so let's see here. First thing we want to know is, are we connected energetically? Can I act as proxy, we call it, for you? And the answer is yes. Okay, so remember, yes is strong, weak is no. Okay, and so. We call this working by proxy. The human body has this amazing ability built right into it to set aside its own needs to act on behalf of somebody else. And we've had this ability all along, but let's see what shows up with you. So let's go to our body code, okay? And we know what the issue is. The issue is that you're having love trouble, basically. Yeah. Right? Okay. So let's ask, is there an underlying reason for this that we can address right now? And the answer is yes. I get a yes on that. Okay. So hang on one second. Let's see. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so I'm getting a yes on that. So now what we'll do is we'll go to the body code and let's see what shows up. So Safeena's subconscious mind is telling me right now, yes, there is an underlying reason why I'm having trouble with my love relationships. And you see, the subconscious mind is incredibly intelligent. It's so vastly intelligent that we can't really comprehend it. And it's also tied in to the database of universal intelligence. And so our subconscious minds are really kind of infinitely intelligent, we think. And so the subconscious mind knows exactly why we're having problems, whatever those problems might be. So let's see what the reason is here. And here's how this works, all right? Is this reason on the right side of our chart? And the answer is no. So that means the reason's on the left side. So let's see what shows up. Is it a toxin of some kind? No. And now what's happening is I'm asking these questions. I'm getting the answers instantly from Safeena's subconscious mind. She's in London. I'm near Las Vegas. Is it something in circuits and systems? That's a no. So the only one left is the energies area. And so let's go there. Okay. We'll go to energies and let's see what shows up. Okay, so is this something on the left side of this chart? And I get a yes answer. So is this something that's post-traumatic? No. So is it something that is offensive? Actually, yes. So let's go to that one. All right. So we've got different kinds of offensive energies here. And these are different things that can happen to us. Let's see what this is. Is this something on the left side of this chart? No. So her subconscious mind is telling us, not on the left, it's on the right. See, her subconscious knows exactly what's in the body code, and guess what? So does your subconscious. The subconscious mind of everybody on earth knows what's in this thing. It's so amazing. So is this according? No. Is it a post-hypnotic suggestion? It's a post-hypnotic suggestion. So let me explain these, okay? And it explains it right in here. This is the energy of a negative statement in the subconscious mind. Now, Dr. Hawkins talks about this, actually. In fact, he was the inspiration for this work that we've created, because what he found is that, like it says here, repetitive music of certain types and video games and so on can desynchronize the cerebral hemispheres. So the two sides of the brain get out of sync, and it opens the deep subconscious to suggestion, similar to being hypnotized. So these can come, so this is a statement in your subconscious mind, Safeena, that, let me get you back on the screen here for a minute. There we go. So you've got some kind of a statement in your subconscious mind. It's a post-hypnotic suggestion. And this can come directly from music or things like that. Certain types of music have a repetitive kind of beat. And unfortunately, a lot of the popular music that's come out since, since the 60s, a lot of it has that kind of repetitive beat. And so it has this kind of hypnotic effect. And then these these post-hypnotic suggestions can get into the mind, into the subconscious, either from maybe the music themselves, or from the video games, or whatever, or from entities. And entities, that's another thing that we talk about in the body code. Entities are just the spirits that are around us, of people that have either lived and died, or have not had a body. And sometimes they're dark, and they will kind of tell you, they'll put things in there. So let's see what this is. Yeah. So this is a sentence in your subconscious that we need to identify. Now, these require sometimes a little bit of intuition, and the intuition helps with these. But I like to do it a little bit differently. So what we'll do is we'll ask, okay, this is a sentence. Does it start with the word I or I'm? It starts with I'm. So it's I'm something. Is it I'm never, or maybe I'm always, or I'm too, I'm not. Let's see. Now, if a phrase comes into your mind, okay, that will probably be it. So feel free to just blurt it out, okay? Because you're closer to your subconscious mind than I am, all right? So it's I'm something. It's not something positive, it's something negative. That's how these are. They're negative. Let's see. I'm thinking, okay, so is it maybe something like... We can also test to see how many words long this is, okay? So is it 2 words? It's at least 2 words. Is it 3 words? Yes. Is it more than that? No. So it's 3 words. So it's like I'm something something. Oh, you know what? I got it. It just popped into my head. Yep. It's I'm no good.
Oh, wow.
Which is so ridiculous, right? And so silly. But you see, your subconscious mind believes that.
Yeah.
And that's how these work, okay? So you have this statement. It's an energy, though. See, everything is energy. This is a statement that exists in your subconscious mind. And the statement is, I'm no good. And so what happens is then your subconscious mind believes that. If I were there with you, and if you were to hold your arms straight out like this and resist me, and if you were to make that statement, I'm no good, your arm would be rock solid. Because your subconscious mind totally believes it. Yeah, you can test it right now. Try it. I'm no good. See what shows up.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. See, so we have these statements that are really so ridiculous in our subconscious minds, but our subconscious minds believe them. See, what happens is certain things go on in our lives. When we're kids, maybe we're told things by our parents. You'll never amount to anything, or you're a bad kid, or you're no good, or whatever. And when certain things happen often enough, the subconscious mind just lives in this black box, kind of, and it will put 2 and 2 together, or 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together, and then it will form a statement. Oh, I guess I'm no good. I'm no good.
Yeah.
That must be true. And sometimes we tell ourselves things that are dumb too, and wrong. Right? So let's go ahead and release this. Let's go back to the body code for a minute. Thanks for volunteering and being our guinea pig today. All right. So here's what we do to release this. We've identified this word for word. Let's ask, is there any associated imbalance with this? I get a no on that. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to swipe. It says roll 3 times down the governing meridian. We're just gonna swipe. I'm going to use my hand. Now, if you have a magnet, you can use a magnet, or you can use your hand. So I'm just going to swipe here 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And let's come back to our side-by-side thing here, and let's ask, did that work? Okay. Go ahead and try it. Say, I'm no good. I can test it too. Is that true for you anymore? No. So what we've done is we've just changed, you see, we've just changed that statement in your subconscious. Now, can you see how if your deep subconscious mind really believes that you're no good, gee, that's an awful burden to bear, isn't it? Think about that. Because then all of a sudden, if you're no good, what does that mean? It means that, you don't deserve all kinds of things. I mean, nothing should work out for you because you're no good, right? Crazy. So let's go back to the body code here for a minute, and we'll go back to the home page, and let's see if we can release another one. Okay. So let's ask about this. Is there another underlying reason for these love issues that you've been dealing with? And I get a yes answer. Okay. So again, the love issues, you see, that's just a symptom. And so let's see what shows up. Let's see. Okay, so is this next reason on the right side of the body code? No, it's on the left. Okay, so is it in toxins? No. Is it in circuits and systems? No. It's in energies. So let's go to energies and see what shows up. Okay, is it something on the left side of the chart? Now, for those of you that are kind of new to this, I don't have any idea where Safeena's subconscious mind is taking us, okay? I have no idea, but that's how this works. With the body code, you just allow the subconscious mind, the spirit intelligence of that person that you're working with to guide you. And of course, you can do this on yourself too. So let's see. Is it something on the left side of this chart? No, it's not. So is it addictive heart energy? No. Is it an allergy? It's actually an allergy of some kind. So we'll go to allergy. Now, you could have a physical allergy, or it could be an allergy to an idea. Okay, so let's see what this is. Is this a physical allergy? It could be. I remember I had a patient that was allergic to her husband once. That was not good. We had to get rid of that. Right. So let's take a look here. So this is an idea allergy. So you have an allergy to an idea. Now, if you think about it, okay, when we have an allergy to some physical thing, what we're really allergic to is the energy that makes that thing what it is. So, for example, if you have an allergy to strawberries, well, it's really ultimately on the quantum level, it's an allergy to the energy of the strawberry. So in this case, what we need to do is we need to figure out what the idea is that you have an allergy to. So I have a suspicion it's something about love and relationships, but I don't know. So let's see. Is this an allergy to? It's an allergy to an idea. So is it the idea of being loved, for example? Or do you think you might have an idea about this? An inkling?
Commitment.
Commitment?
Commitment.
Okay, let's find out. Is this an allergy to the idea of commitment? Yeah, you nailed it. So what we need to do now, okay, is we need to go back to the body code, and we need to figure out if there are any underlying reasons for this thing, okay? Because if there are underlying reasons that are actually creating this allergy, then we have to clear those, or the allergy won't go away. Or maybe it'll go away temporarily, but then it will come back. So let's take a look at this and let's ask, is there an underlying reason? Or you could say, is there an associated imbalance with this? And the answer is yes. So that's kind of two ways of saying the same thing. There is some kind of associated imbalance or underlying reason. What is that? Is that on the right side of the chart somewhere? No. So it's on the left. Is it a toxin of some kind? No. Is it something in circuits and systems? No. It's some kind of energy. So we'll go there. And is it something on the left side? Now, for those of you that are just joining us, what we're doing is we're looking for the underlying cause or causes to Safeena's allergy to the idea of commitment. So it's something on the right side of this chart. So is it an addictive heart energy? some kind of allergy or intolerance? No. So it's the only thing left is emotional. So is this a trapped emotion? It is. And is this something listed here in column A or column B? So it's a trapped emotion in column B. And which one is it? Is it in one of the odd rows? Now, by the way, this is the emotion code. So for those of you that are wondering what the difference is between the emotion code and the body code, the emotion code is basically on this page. Okay. As you've been able to see, there's lots more in the body code, but the emotion code is in here. And the reason why we offer certification for people, a certification pathway in the emotion code and the body code, starting with the emotion code, is because the emotion code it's easier, okay, because you're just looking at emotions. So this emotion is in column B. Is it in one of the odd rows? So is it in row 2 or 4? It's in row 4. So is this emotion depression? No, it's not. Is it frustration? No. Is it indecisiveness? No. Is it panic? No. There's only one left. Is it taken for granted? Actually, no. So that means that this is an inherited emotion. So when we're taken to a column like this and a row, and we can't find the emotion, then that means that it is inherited. And so we inherit emotional energies from mom or dad, right? That they might have inherited from their mom or dad, and these can go back for many generations. So let's see what this is. Is this an inherited emotion? Yes, it is. So is it inherited depression? No. It could be any of these. I have no idea, but we'll see. Is it inherited frustration? No. Is it inherited indecisiveness? Is it inherited panic? So it's inherited taken for granted. Okay, so this is an inherited emotion of feeling taken for granted. So where'd you get this from? Did you get this from your dad when you were conceived? No, it came from your mom when you were conceived. Did your mom get this from somebody earlier? Did she get it from her mom? Yep. So we have mom. Did your grandma get this from somebody earlier? Yeah. Did she get it from her mom? Oh, yeah. So this is going back in the mother's line, it looks like. And does this go back even further? Yes. So how many generations back does this go? Does it go back 10 generations? Does it go back 20 generations? No. 15 generations? No. 14? No. 13? No. 12? Goes back 12 generations. Does it stay in the mother's line? Just out of curiosity, we can ask this because your subconscious mind knows all of this. Does this stay in the mother's line all the way back? Yeah, it does. So it goes back 12 generations. So 12 generations back, that grandmother had a profound feeling of being taken for granted. And so that energy was so powerful that it got stuck in her body. When she conceived a daughter or a child, she shared that emotional energy with that child. Now, science is finding out that this is absolutely true, although science is still trying to figure out the mechanism. But science knows that if, for example, you are if an animal like a moose or an elk is at a certain place and is nearly killed by wolves or something or hunters, that that animal will avoid that spot in the future, right? That makes sense. But its offspring will also avoid that spot in the future. For they find up to 14 generations in lower animals even. Now, science is not sure how this is working. It seems very mysterious, but it actually is this. It's what we're talking about right here. It's the energy of that emotion that has been passed down. So let's take a look here. Let's see. All right. We figured that out. Let's ask, do we need to know anything else about this? And once you figure out the genealogy, that's about all you ever need to know. So let's release this, okay? So we do that by just doing 10 swipes like so.
Thank you.
Sure. There we go, 10 swipes, and let's ask, did that release that trapped emotion of taken for granted for you? And that was an antique, right? That emotion was an antique. Think about that. 12 generations. I mean, if you figure 12 generations times about 25.5 years for a generation minus 2020, that comes out to about 1714, give or take. So it gives you a little bit of an idea how far back that goes. And so the cool thing about this is when you release something like this, like in this case, we release that energy from you, that deep, old, ancient feeling of taken for granted.
Yeah.
We cleared that from you, but it also cleared from all those ancestors. And you can test that yourself because your subconscious mind knows it. Because, see, in quantum physics, there are these interesting phenomena, like there's non-locality and there is entanglement and so on. This is really, you could call this an entangled energy where it's not really duplicated as it's passing down the line, but it's shared. So it's really only one emotion, from going back 12 generations ago, but in every generation that emotion was shared down the line. So it's just as powerful with you as it was with that person 12 generations ago. Think about that. So when we release it, it clears from all those intervening people. So cool. Well, let's go back to our body code app for a second. We'll go back to the home page and let's see. Okay, so let's ask another question. Well, to finish that one up, did we release that from you? Yes. And did it also release from all those ancestors? Yes. Now, by the way, here's an interesting thing. If you go back 12 generations, right? And if we cleared that from all those people, that means theoretically, according to quantum physics principles, it should have also released from anybody else descending downwards from that point of origin, right? So, and your subconscious mind will know all this information, so we can ask, so how many people really did we release that from? It wasn't just you, and it wasn't just those 12 generations behind you. Were there more people? Yes. Was it 1,000 souls? Yeah, it was at least 1,000. Was it 2,000? Yeah. Was it more than that? It was roughly a couple thousand. Yeah. So you see, this work is really interesting because it doesn't only work on the living, but it also works on the spirits of those ancestors that are passed on. Because we live on, even though these bodies die and turn to dust. We live on, and so yeah, that's kind of how that works. Kind of fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's fascinating, and it's so. I don't know, the work, you just wouldn't think. I wouldn't think any of this a year ago that I would be affecting generations because. I think it's so important to clear not just yourself, but everybody you can.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. And the beautiful thing about it is, you see, the Earth is in this transformational process, right? The Earth is transforming. And what I absolutely believe is that in order for this world to really, truly transform, okay, and get to that place where we're all hoping it's going to get to at some point, where the world is ruled by love, not hate, and where everyone is living from their heart, right? In order to get to that point, we have to take not only ourselves to a higher place, but we also have to take our ancestors with us. And this is a way we do that by releasing that emotional baggage, right? And we have to take the animals with us too.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That is so incredible.
we have to take the animals with us too, and that's why I go to the Animal World Energy Healing Conference, which is coming up, and that's actually going to be in Manchester. Yeah, in the UK, and I'm not exactly sure when that is. Let me see. I think it's
the week before, in August as well.
What's that?
It's the week before you come to London, the weekend before.
Oh, okay. So it's in April?
March. No, May.
It's in May. Okay, let's see.
It's in May.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, my good friend Marie Holiday, who's from Spain, but originally from the UK, she teaches the animal. She puts this together, the Animal Energy World Conference in Manchester. They're always held in Manchester, and she actually heard a voice that declared that to her. And I don't remember exactly the exact precise wording, but it was essentially that if you want to change, if you really want to truly change the world, you have to bring the animals You have to bring the animals.
Oh, wow.
And so the emotion code works with animals, and the body code works with animals too, and it's really fun. So anyway, yeah, so that's kind of how that works. Well, I got another meeting coming up, so I'm going to have to get off, but this has been fun. So let's just go back to our original announcement here, shall we? Let's see. Here we go. All right. So this is the emotion code and the body code training in London, in the UK, coming up on the 23rd and 24th of May. And we're going to be teaching the emotion code and the body code. We'll have the new body code software at that point that you'll be able to download and put on your mobile devices and so on. And yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, hello from Atlanta. How can you use the body code on animals? That's a great question coming in. How can you use the body code on animals? Well, it's actually really, really simple. We teach you in the event, okay, in the certification programs and so on. Basically, one of the ways that you can work with animals is the same way that I was working with Safeena today, right? Where I'm just tuned into her remotely, and it doesn't really matter. Safeena, you could have been a pony, right, or a giraffe.
Maybe.
If you have a name that's helpful but not actually required.
Yeah.
So that's one way you can work with animals at a distance like this, or you can work with them live and in person, and we teach you how to do it. And so it actually is. It's really kind of amazing and works really, really well. So let's go back to that one more time. So this is our event coming up: the Emotion Code Body Code Training in London, 23rd and 24th of May, 2020. So if you're thinking about learning this, you should book yourself a ticket. Come to London. There's some great stuff to see in London. Amazing history, of course, and great food as well. Went to the most amazing sushi place I've ever been to in my entire life in London. Just last time I was there, in fact. So we're going to be teaching the emotion code and the body code as well. So you'll learn all about it. It's going to be 2 days. It's going to go super fast, and you're guaranteed you're going to love it. So, yeah. So as far as let me try to answer some of these other questions that are coming in here. Let's see, and in fact, let's do this. Let's go to our website really fast at Discover Healing, and we can look at the other events that are coming up. Okay, and let's see. Here we go. Make sure that this is on my screen. Yep, there we go. So actually, right now we're doing a Valentine's Day certification sale. So it's 5% off of certification for the emotion code or the body code. And let's see here. That lasts through midnight, January 14th, Eastern Time. So New York time, that ends. But if you're thinking about getting certified, now is a great time to do it. The certification programs almost never go on sale. Okay, we just almost never do that. So we are doing that right now. What I wanted to go to, oh, and by the way, actually, just for fun, for people that are new to this, maybe they might not know that this is where you can go to find things. This is our site at Discover Healing. And so if you click on the practitioners, you can look at our practitioner map. And we have people actually all over the world. And they're not all on the map. A small portion of our practitioners actually chooses to be on this map because the rest of them, I guess, are just so busy that they don't need to be on the map. But you can zero in, you can zoom in on an area, and you can find people wherever they might be. And then it kind of will scroll up and so on. And anyway, I also wanted to go to the events page, and let's just see what other events we have coming up for people, because we might have an event coming up closer to you. Who knows? That's entirely possible. Okay, so let's see here. We got a webinar on the emotion code coming up on the 6th of February. Oh, that's today. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Another webinar on love and forgiveness, Thursday. And then we have a seminar coming up in Frankfurt, Germany, and that's the emotion code, February 22nd. That's going to be taught by Dr. Suzanne Hufnagel. Another seminar in Hanover, Germany, March 7th. I'll be teaching this one, the Body Code Seminar in Phoenix, Arizona. That's March 27th, actually, in Phoenix. So that's a 2-day event. If you're thinking about learning the body code, come to that event. And you can actually, if you don't have the body code, with the new body code, when it comes out, you'll be able to download it. It's a free download. You can try it out for 7 days. You can subscribe for 7 days. After that, there's a monthly fee for it. But we have a lot of people really excited that we've moved from one big lump sum to more of a subscription model because it's enabling them to afford it. Also, then we're going to have an Emotion Code Seminar in Linz in Austria with Dr. Suzanne Hufnagel. That's March 28th. I'll be speaking at the HEAL conference in Esslingen in Germany on the 3rd of April. And then I will be doing an Emotion Code workshop in Münchenstein, which is Basel, Switzerland. And I think this is also the same place. Maybe not. I don't know. I just show up to these things. But if you're in Germany or Switzerland or Europe, you can also come to this one, learn the Emotion Code. This will be a 2-day event in English and also German. It'll be translated. And then let's see, April 29th, we've got, I'll be teaching this one with Dr. Hufnagel, and then we're going to be doing a body code seminar also. These are in Frankfurt in Germany. So let's see, just for fun here, we'll see what else is going on. And so again, this is at discoverhealing.com. Just click on the events button. Let's see, I think I'll be teaching, no, this is going to be, Suzanne will be teaching this one on May 16th in the Emotion Code in Munich. And then this is the one that we've been talking about, May 23rd, okay, and the 24th, the Emotion Code and the Body Code training in London in the UK. And this is the one that Safeena is organizing for us. So thank you, Safeena, for setting this up. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and then 10th of July, I'll be back in the U.S. to teach a Body Code seminar in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Then we're going to be doing a practitioner-only Alaskan cruise, August 16th to the 23rd. So if you're a practitioner or you're in practitioner training at that point, you can come. And it's just going to be a time to sit around and eat, mainly, I guess, and talk. And we'll have some little classes and things. It's mainly kind of a fun thing just to connect. Then I'll also be teaching a Body Code seminar in Calgary, Alberta on August 28th and 29th. And then our last event of the year so far is a Body Code seminar in Dallas, Texas, September 18th and 19th. So we have a full slate this year of events, and just wanted to share that with you, what's happening. So I actually have another meeting starting in 1 minute, so unfortunately I'm going to have to go. But yeah, thank you all for being on. Oh, and there's my good friend Shampoo from Thailand. We did our first seminar in Thailand last year, and Shampoo and her friends were so amazing, and were so kind to us. We had a great event there, 300 people. We got to come back to Thailand, so we'll get back there. So I want to thank all of you for being on today. This is really a lot of fun. And no, the seminars don't certify you, but you come to the live event to get a handle on it and to learn it, and to connect with other people, to network, and so on. And then the certification programs are outlined. If you go to the site, let's see here. Let me share that with you really quick. If you go to the site, you can go to Emotion Code or Body Code, but there's a certification button you can click on. And this is at discoverhealing.com, right? So you can read all about how the certification program works. And both of the programs are online programs. You have 6 months with each one. But of course, like Safeena was saying, she did her Emotion Code certification in a month, right? The record is actually 2 weeks. So it doesn't have to take you 6 months. You can go faster. And once you complete one, then you can do the other one. So level 1's Emotion Code, level 2's Body Code, okay? And we actually we're closing in on 6,000 certified Emotion Code practitioners now in 80 countries. And we have, I think, about 1,500 or 1,600 Body Code practitioners, so this needs to be updated. But the site here will explain everything all about it, answer all of your questions, and that's how that works. Okay? So unfortunately, my time actually is completely up. But
Thank you.
yeah, but this was really fun. Thank you so much for being on, Safeena, and I'm excited for Valentine's Day for you. Hopefully love is in your future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, take care. And thank you, everyone, for being on. This was really a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing more of these now that I think we have this software kind of figured out. Okay. So hopefully that worked. And we'll see you all at one of our events coming up soon. Okay.
Okay.
So have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks, Safeena. Thank you for setting up the event in London. I'm really looking forward to that. Bye-bye.
Great. You too.
All right. See ya.